What you're about to see is not just another technology story. Something unexpected is happening in the global race for artificial intelligence. For decades, the development of advanced AI systems has been dominated by two countries, the United States and China. But now, a third player is beginning to emerge: India. A country that was once known mainly for outsourcing software development is rapidly transforming into one of the fastest-growing AI ecosystems on Earth. India now produces more than 1.5 million engineers every year. It has over 900 million internet users generating massive amounts of digital data, and global technology companies are pouring billions of dollars into the country's AI infrastructure. Some analysts now believe India could become the third major power in the global AI race. But there is one factor that may give India a unique advantage in artificial intelligence, an advantage that many people outside the country rarely notice. We'll come back to that in a moment. But first, I'm curious about something. Do you think India could actually become a major AI superpower alongside the United States and China? Or will the AI race remain dominated by the same countries? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're interested in how technology is reshaping global power and innovation, consider subscribing. This channel explores the biggest technological shifts happening around the world. Now, to understand why India is suddenly attracting so much attention in the AI world, we need to look at the foundations of artificial intelligence. The perfect conditions for an AI explosion. Artificial intelligence requires three essential ingredients: data, computing power, and skilled talent. India happens to possess all three at extraordinary scale. The country already has one of the largest developer populations in the world, with more than 5 million software engineers. Every year, Indian universities produce over 1.5 million engineering graduates. That creates one of the largest pipelines of technical talent anywhere on Earth. But talent alone does not create an AI powerhouse. Data is just as important, and India has one of the largest digital populations on the planet. The country recently surpassed 900 million internet users. Every online payment, every search, every digital service interaction, all of it generates data. And in the age of AI, data is one of the most valuable resources that exists. This enormous digital ecosystem is creating something incredibly powerful: real-world data at national scale. But talent and data alone are not enough to build an AI superpower. Artificial intelligence also requires something else: massive infrastructure. Over the past few years, global technology companies have dramatically increased their investments in India. Major cloud providers are expanding their infrastructure across the country. New data centers are being built, AI research labs are opening, and India's tech cities are growing rapidly. Cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Pune have become global technology hubs. Bengaluru in particular is often referred to as the Silicon Valley of Asia. But one recent event revealed just how serious India's AI ambitions have become. In early 2026, leaders from across the global technology industry gathered at the India AI Impact Summit. The announcements made there were staggering. The Indian government revealed a $1.1 billion venture capital fund dedicated to AI startups and advanced manufacturing. At the same event, OpenAI announced plans to open 2 new offices in India. The company will also partner with the Tata Group to deploy 100 megawatts of computing capacity, with long-term plans to scale that infrastructure to 1 gigawatt. Another major AI company, Anthropic, announced its first office in Bengaluru. The company is also partnering with Infosys to integrate its Claude AI models into businesses across India. Meanwhile, the Adani Group committed $100 billion to building renewable energy-powered AI data centers by 2035. Altogether, India hopes to attract more than $200 billion in AI infrastructure investment in the coming years. But global investment is only part of the story. Something equally important is happening inside India itself: the startup explosion. India already has one of the largest startup ecosystems in the world, with more than 100 unicorn companies valued at over $1 billion. AI is quickly becoming one of the fastest-growing sectors. A new generation of startups is building AI-powered tools across industries like finance, healthcare, logistics, and automation. One example is Sarvam AI. The company recently introduced open-source models including Sarvam 30B and Sarvam 105B, designed to support India's multilingual environment. Sarvam is also working with global partners like Qualcomm to develop AI-powered devices like smart glasses. At the same time, a government-backed initiative known as Bharat Gen is developing its own large-scale AI models. Its newest system, Param 2, contains 17 billion parameters and supports 22 Indian languages. These efforts reflect a broader strategy. Instead of relying entirely on foreign AI systems, India is building its own. But perhaps the most surprising part of India's AI rise is how quickly its population has adopted these technologies. India's massive AI adoption. India is not only building AI, it is also becoming one of the largest users of AI tools in the world. According to Sam Altman, India is now the second largest country in the world for users of ChatGPT. More than 100 million people in India use ChatGPT every week. That massive adoption creates a powerful feedback loop. The more people use AI tools, the more developers learn from real-world applications, and the more data becomes available to train better systems. But India may have another advantage that few countries possess: hidden advantage. India is one of the most linguistically complex countries in the world. The country has dozens of major languages and hundreds of dialects, from Hindi and Bengali to Tamil, Telugu, and Marathi. For AI systems, especially language models, this diversity creates an incredibly rich training environment. AI models trained on such diverse multilingual datasets can become more adaptable and more powerful. And if developers can build AI systems that work across India's complex linguistic landscape, those systems can often scale globally. But there is still one major obstacle standing in the way: the semiconductor challenge. Artificial intelligence requires enormous computing power, and computing power depends on one critical resource: semiconductor chips. For decades, India relied heavily on global chip supply chains, but that is beginning to change. The Indian government has launched a $10 billion semiconductor incentive program to attract manufacturers and develop domestic production. If successful, these efforts could strengthen India's ability to support large-scale AI development. And in the global race for AI leadership, control over semiconductor production is becoming one of the most strategic assets any country can have. And one more thing I'm curious about. Do you think India will actually become one of the dominant AI powers in the next decade? Or will the United States and China remain far ahead? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.